What's up, YouTube? NBA Jerry here. Cleveland fans, man, what a great game. And look, we ain't do nothing yet, but they can put them brooms up though. I tell you that. That's a quote from the great Allen Iverson after Game 1 of the 2000 NBA Finals when the Lakers was sweeping through everybody, and they were supposed to sweep Philadelphia. And he came in the locker room, Allen Iverson, and he basically said, "Hey, we ain't do nothing, but the Lakers can put them brooms up, and the Golden State Warriors can put them brooms up. Ain't no sweep here, damn it. We should have won damn Game 3." But anyways, fun game, man. Crazy game, crazy, strange game too, wasn't it? Have you ever seen a game like that? I mean, the scoring, the 3-point shooting in the first quarter, 49 points, obviously Cleveland can't, do that again. That was just a historic one-in-a-lifetime game. But I don't really feel like we have to do that to win as a Cleveland fan. I think we should have won Game 3, honestly. We just gave it away by a couple of stupid possessions at the end of the game. Like I said, and LeBron said this too, it's a make or miss league. And, we went, I think, 0 for 8 or something in the last 3 minutes, 0 for 6, 0 for 8, something like that. LeBron missed some shots, Kyle Korver, Kyrie Irving missed some shots. So, and plus they were tired, you know what I'm saying, doing all that one-on-one and not getting a lot of rest. But we won tonight, last night by having almost an insurmountable lead and having a big cushion, you know what I'm saying, and making Golden State win, coming from, making Golden State try to come from behind. And that's what we have to do with Golden State. We don't have to have that big of a lead, but we got to, keep them behind us a few points, you know what I'm saying, because they can go off. And I tell people all the time, I was talking to some friends of mine, and I was telling them, we can't, in order to win this series, because everybody thinks I'm crazy for even talking about winning the series. And I was saying this when it was 3-zip, because that one video you saw me, driving and sad and stuff. The next morning I got up, I said, we can win this, but we got to do it in 3-minute spurts, 3-minute mini parts of the game. You can't even do it quarter by quarter. You literally got to do it. You got to split the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter in 4 different parts in 3-minute spurts, because you damn near got to play perfect against Golden State. You got to constantly be on your P's and Q's. You can't take plays off, and you can't make stupid mistakes. And even though we won the game and we had a lot of points, we made some stupid mistakes. And I believe Golden State had, when did they have at the half? I think they had 60-something points at the half. You know what I'm saying? 68, I believe. We had 86, which is an NBA record, I believe, and they had 68. That's just too many points to give up. It really is. And in order for us to win this game under normal circumstances, because last night wasn't a normal circumstance, we have to break the game up into 3 mini parts. And we have to be realistic. I don't know if we're going to keep, Richard Jefferson out there that long again. I don't know if he can maintain it like that. But he's definitely given LeBron James a good breather on defense, because we need that, because LeBron cannot keep guarding Kevin Durant. And a lot of times Kevin Durant was kind of self-checked last night. He was taking some crazy shots. Even though he had 30-something points, I believe he only shot like 40% from the field. So he still had a 30-point effort, but he definitely didn't have his normal 50-something percent, 60-something percent efficient game last night. He played a good floor game. But let me tell you something. Kevin Durant pissed me off last night too, man. Kevin Durant is a funny dude, boy. And I told you, win, lose, or draw. Alright? I'm going off on that nigga at the end of this damn at the end of these finals. Okay? I might make a series of videos on him. And I'm for real about how he went over to Golden State. But anyways, so this nigga, he thinks he's so tough now all of a sudden. You notice that? Like, he's talking shit to everybody. Him and LeBron went at it. And then, he was going at it with Dante Jones, which was stupid. I know people's names sometimes are bigger than other people, but the referees are really weird last night. Like, you can obviously see Kevin Durant and Dante Jones talking shit to each other, going back and forth, and then they tee Dante Jones up. I'm like, what? You know, if you're gonna, that was a stupid tee. And then another play, you know, when Kevin Love hit Kevin Durant in the head, because, you know, Kevin Love can't block Kevin Durant going to the basket. And he was obviously going for the ball. I mean, the NBA can't be this soft to just say, oh, well, he's a shot blocker. He hit him in the head. You know, flagrant one. That's stupid. That shouldn't have been a flagrant. And the reason why it was a flagrant, because Kevin Durant called for it. Now, I'm not mad at him for doing that, but then he's going to go over there. And LeBron was telling him, man, he said, man, stop talking crazy, man. You know, whatever Kevin Durant was saying over there, I guess he must have been saying something about malicious about Kevin Love or something. And LeBron's like, man, stop. You know, he's sticking up for his team. And like, man, stop talking crazy. And then Kevin Durant went over there like he's tough. And the reason why he thinks he's tough is because he's on the best team in the league now, all of a sudden. It's basically like you made friends with like Mike Tyson or something. And let's say you was a punk before, but now Mike Tyson's your friend. You're walking around. Now all of a sudden you can talk shit and you're tough now. You know, because you got a good team and stuff. And that's what Kevin Durant reminded me of. He did the same thing with Westbrook. You know, when he played Westbrook in Oklahoma that first game, him and Westbrook was going at it back and forth. And, you know, I don't mind a little shit talking here and there, but Durant usually isn't like that. You know what I'm saying? And, but anyways, last night was a strange game, man. Like, let me tell you something, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Cleveland fan. Maybe I am. But Draymond Green, something's got to be done about this dude, man. I mean, for real. Like, he's doing a lot of crazy shit. And I'm not talking about just with the referees, and I'll get into that in a second. But just the way he's doing too much to the opposing players with his elbows and shit talking and, you know, pushing and all this other stuff, you know, because he thinks he's a tough guy, too. I cannot stand Draymond Green's black ass. For real. I can't stand that nigga. You know, he just does all kind of crazy shit and talking any kind of way and this, that, and the third. And I understand what the NBA is trying to do because last year they threw him out in the finals, which he deserved to get, by the way. And even with the referees, every time he gets a foul called, he's either waving his hand at him, swearing and cursing, or running up to him and being all boisterous. You can't do that. that's against the rules, man. That's the rule book says stuff like that. So I don't get it. I understand the little confusion, and that was strange. I've never seen anything like that where a player was about to get kicked out of the game and then he didn't because they not rescinded, but they made a mistake with the technicals. Because remember when Draymond Green, you know, like backhanded damn Iman Shumpert on that jump ball. They called a technical foul. What they did was they called a personal on Draymond, but they called a technical on Steve Kerr. And I guess when he went over to the scorer's table, the referee, and said that, the scorer table, the guy must have thought he was talking about Draymond Green not getting the personal, but also getting the technical. But either way, and then that last technical he got when he waved his hand, and they're all like, you know, the announcer's like, oh, he shouldn't have got that technical. He should have got it. Okay, you can't keep waving your hand. You can't wave your hand like that at the referee. You just can't. That's the rules. You can't do that. You're showing up the referees. So something's got to be done. And this is from game 1 through 4. Draymond Green's been acting like a damn fool, but they give him a little bit of rope. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me so much of Rasheed Wallace in that aspect. He's a very emotional player, and no matter what, you're not going to calm him down. You can see he's got like a goon squad over there. Every time he gets a foul, everybody comes over. All right, man, don't worry about it. It's all right. They got to calm his stupid ass down because he doesn't think about what's going on. But I'm telling you, man, he is one technical or some crazy bad play away from changing this whole series up like he did last year. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, him pushing Tristan Thompson, and then the one play when Tristan Thompson went up and Livingston fouled him, and he just came down all hard on his head and stuff. They didn't even review that. I said, wait, let me get this straight. Kevin Love goes for the basketball against Kevin Durant. He gets a damn flagrant one, but then Draymond Green comes down, doesn't even make a play on the ball at first, hits him in the head, then hits the ball. But you don't even look at that? And I think the reason they didn't look at it was for two reasons. One, it was Draymond. And two, they had basically wasted 20, 30 minutes almost being at the scorer's table doing all these reviews. So they was like, man, we ain't doing this shit again. I really feel that way. But anyway, that's just me saying, you know, I just don't like what Draymond Green's doing. But As far as the real game goes, the scoring and stuff, it was an exciting game. Obviously, if you're a Cleveland fan, you're happy. As a LeBron James fan, everybody wants bragging rights, you know what I'm saying? And as a LeBron fan, you don't want your boy to get swept. You know what I'm saying? We feel like we gave game 3 away, and Durant came up big. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But LeBron didn't really have a good game last night, to be honest with you. He did have the triple-double, hitting 30 points, but it was quiet. You know what I'm saying? It was a real quiet 30. He played a good floor game and stuff like that, but he didn't have his normal superhero game. You know what I mean? And what I thought when I was watching him in the first quarter being all quiet, because when we had all those points and going off, I believe LeBron only had like 5 points. I was thinking to myself, okay, maybe he's just chilling and waiting and see what happens in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Because it was cool because LeBron actually got to rest this game a little bit. I mean, they still went on a run, Golden State did. I mean, you see the numbers, man. And that's why I say, if anybody thinks LeBron James is not the best player in the league is a damn fool, okay? Cleveland is a great team because of LeBron, all right? That team is his team, and if he goes out, they have no chance to win, period, point blank. If Kevin Durant goes out on Golden State, I mean, I'm not saying they won't miss a beat, but you're talking about a 73-9 team, okay? So Kevin Durant is a great scorer and a great player on a great team. It's completely different. It's all these damn fools talking about, oh, Durant's the best player in the league now because he went to Golden State and playing good. I'm not taking nothing away from Kevin Durant. He is a great player. Nothing is going to, change my mind about that. I'm not no hater, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if LeBron was on Golden State and Durant was on Cleveland, this should have been a 3-game sweep. For real. But anyways, so like I said, exciting game, strange one. Something I ain't never seen before. But I like our role players. Finally, Deron Williams scored more points than us. He had the same amount of points as we did before this game. He finally got off the schneid. Kyrie Irving, I mean, what can I say about him? I mean, that dude is like I said, best dribbler, best one-on-one player, probably. As a little man, best under rim player. His freaking layup package, man. Oh my God, the degree of difficulty shots he shoots, man, off the glass is crazy. You like, how is when he goes up to shoot, you're like, nah, he can't. He's not gonna make that. And then when he makes, you're like, how in the hell did that dude make that? Like I've never seen a point guard do that. And I've been watching basketball for a long time. Like Isaiah Thomas to me was one of the best little men I've ever seen play. But Kyrie Irving does stuff that Isaiah Thomas, the real Isaiah Thomas, now I'm talking about the Pistons Isaiah Thomas, I see him do stuff that he couldn't even do. You know what I'm saying? And that's saying a lot, man. I'm not saying he's better than Isaiah Thomas, but just his layups. And what I don't like is sometimes when he bails the defense out and he shoots a jumper over length, like Sean Livingston or Klay Thompson. When he tries to shoot that jumper and he doesn't have enough space, he didn't create enough space. I don't like that because now that's when he can bother your shot. That's when his height really, gets to him. So, but yeah, great game again by Kyrie Irving. But, sometimes it's fool's gold, like I said, because when LeBron James goes out for some reason, he just can't do those things again anymore. He can't, score that way. I don't know what it is when LeBron goes out, but as soon as LeBron comes back in, he's great. I'm not saying he's a front runner, but when he's home and when LeBron's on the floor, he plays a lot better. If LeBron's on that bench for them few minutes, I don't know what it is. I guess because he doesn't have enough room to operate or doesn't have the confidence, or they load up on him because they know he's going to shoot. I don't know. But what I would like to see more when LeBron goes to that bench is they need to go back and forth and play a 2-man game between Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. And give Kevin Love some touches, man. Get him down there. When you got a big man, and I'm going to tell all you guys this, if you're a big man or a little man or whatever, when you got a big man who's a scorer and a rebounder, what you need to do is you need to give him a touch and give him some shots. The reason why is because if he feels like he's engaged on the offensive end, guess what he's going to do? He's going to have more energy to play defense, and he's going to rebound, and he's going to help you when you get beat and block your man's shot. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give that big man touches, and I truly believe that Kevin Love does not get enough touches when LeBron goes off the bench. I think, honestly, because of Kyrie's struggles when LeBron goes out the game, they should run the offense through Kevin Love. And that's just my opinion. That's what I see. So Iman Shumpert, he had double figures. Richard Jefferson, I got to tell you, man, that dude gets the game ball for me, man. Just for him, I mean, his floor game, for him to be his age and his stage of his career right now, and to be all over Kevin Durant like that, you got to give him props, man. Tristan came out of his shell. Now, see, it's not all about points all the time, and he had 10 rebounds and only 10, and LeBron had 10, but Tristan Thompson's rebounds meant more because that's his job. You know what I'm saying? He went at the rim with a reckless abandon, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you caught that Jeff Van Gundy little rant about the Kardashians. I'm like, what the hell? That was weird. That's what I'm saying. It was a strange game. He said they're sitting there, oh, they didn't say nothing about, they was talking about him protecting the Kardashians, saying that, Tristan Thompson struggles because of the Kardashian curse, and he started sticking up for the Kardashians. Oh, nobody said when LeBron played bad because of his significant other, and she's just an easy target. And I said, you a Kardashian fan, man? I'm not saying he's wrong for what he said. He is right for what he said, but he just had a lot of passion for that. I was like, man, that was, like I said, that was a strange game last night. So anyways, great job by Tristan. He came out of his shell. And, of course, J.R. Smith, the front runner. Now, he's a front runner, okay? When he's up, he can hit everything. You know what I'm saying? He played a good game, too. Let me see Golden State real quick. So Kevin Durant, obviously 35 points, leading scorer for the team. Draymond with his damn crazy ass, 16. Stephen Curry had a quiet game, 14 points. That won't happen again. Andre Iguodala, he was all over the place, too. He didn't play a bad game either. I'm telling you, man, Andre Iguodala is the unsung hero. He's the X factor, because for that guy to sacrifice his game to sit on the bench, because Andre Iguodala is an all-star. Not anymore. He's a little bit past his prime, but still, he's a starter. I'll tell you that, and he's a good starter. He's a very, very good player. He's like a poor man's LeBron James. He's a little mix of Draymond Green too. He just plays a good floor game. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He plays solid defense, and he's a guy he's a glue guy. He's a guy that everybody would love to have on their team. But Klay Thompson, obviously, he's always gonna come through. Klay had 13 points. Kind of quiet, 4 for 11, but he played a good floor game. And the only thing is, he is a good defender, but when Kyrie Irving got people on skates like that, he's just hard to guard. So, I'm not really worried about Golden State. They'll definitely find out what happens. Let me tell you another thing about these free throws too. The free throws, man. Cleveland's gotta hit free throws for real. Let me see what you call it hit. Okay, they were 75% from the free throw line, Golden State. Cleveland was 67.7. That's basically LeBron James' average in the regular season. I mean, Cleveland misses so many free throws, and of course we had a big lead, so it was okay. But during those close times, I'm telling you right now, you got to hit those free throws. If I'm the coaching staff these next couple of days, listen, you got to put them in scenarios where they need to, practice their free throws a little bit more, man, because you're giving away free points, But overall, it was a good game. I'll be making a couple more videos before the week is up. Let me know what you guys thought about the game. Did you have fun? Did you like it? Did you actually think Cleveland was going to win? Leave me your thoughts below on how you felt about the game. And if you're happy if Cleveland won Game 4 of the NBA Finals. All right? Thanks, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you soon. And don't forget, if you can believe it, you can do it. Thanks for watching. You guys know I appreciate it. And remember, folks, always treat people how you want to be treated. And everything will be okay. This is NBA Jerry, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.